one in the rear and two in the front. Roll call, please.
Councilman Bartoloni.
Here.
Councilman Mascarpolo.
Here.
Councilman Porto.
Here.
Councilman Mignot.
Here.
Councilman Cannon.
Here.
Councilman Ford.
Here.
And Mayor Watkins.
Here. I'd like a motion for the approval of the minutes by consent for the mayor and council work session and regular meeting of March 21st, 2011.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? I'd like a motion for the approval of the minutes of the mayor and council work session and special meeting of March 28th, 2011.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Proclamations and awards. We have a proclamation declaring April 10th to April 16th, 2011 as National Volunteer Week. And this is the proclamation. Whereas the foundation of a humane and just society is the willingness of people to work together for the common good. And whereas volunteer community service is crucial in this time of increasingly limited government resources. And whereas our country's volunteer source of more than 64 million people is a great national resource. And whereas volunteer community service allows people to connect with one another while working together towards solving our communities and our country's serious social problems. And whereas the giving of oneself in service to another empowers both the giver and the recipient. And whereas it is the responsibility of all our citizens to seek answers and solutions such as child abuse, poverty, homelessness, and violence that plague our country. And whereas it is the duty of all our citizens to honor the people who have given their time, energy, and strength to making our communities and our nation a safer and more productive place to live. Now therefore, I, Margaret Valley Watkins, do hereby proclaim April 10th through April 16th, 2011 as National Volunteer Week, celebrating people in action in the borough of River Edge, and urge my fellow citizens to observe this week by recognizing the individuals who have made a difference in our community. So, for all of our volunteers, I give a hearty round of applause, and I'd ask the council to join me. Okay. Our next proclamation is declaring April 2011 as Donate Life Month. And I know we have Barbara Christensen here and her fellow ladies who are very, very happy to be here, I'm sure, even though it is dark out, but it's not cold and it's not snowy, so we're in good shape tonight. And I'm going to ask, after I read the proclamation, I will ask Barbara and all of the ladies to come up, because I would like to give this to you personally, and I'll ask you to say a few words, okay? Whereas those who dedicate their time, effort, and skills to help others are among the most valued members of any community. And whereas there is a great shortage of organ and tissue donors, and thousands of people on the organ transplant waiting list will not live to receive one. And whereas each day 18 people die while on the waiting list, every 13 minutes someone is added to the waiting list, and that in New Jersey almost 5,000 residents are waiting for organs or tissues. And whereas the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission is cooperating with the New Jersey Sharing Network, NJSN, so that you need only to designate on your driver's license that you want to be a donor, and that information will also go into the NJSN computers. And whereas if you are not a driver, you may designate your wish to be a donor on your legal ID card. And whereas the science of matching and performing organ transplant surgery has become more advanced, and whereas last year there were 537 transplants performed in New Jersey, and whereas the NJSN has a new information brochure which contains a temporary donor card to be filled out and kept in your wallet until you have the opportunity to register this information on your driver's license or ID card. Whereas it is possible for one donor to save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others through tissue donation. Now therefore, I, Margaret Valley Watkins, Mayor of the Borough of River Edge, do hereby proclaim April 2011 as Donate Life Month. So I congratulate you ladies for bringing this to our attention. I know you came last year with Barbara and Rosemary. Okay.
You have to go with us.
Hey, we need somebody else to take your picture. You should be up here.
Shall we want to take that picture?
Do we have somebody else
Shall
who can take your picture? No, she'll be here. Yeah. Patty, could you take that picture for us, please, and you come up and join the ladies? Please. Okay. Come on up, come on.
Right-
We
right
have,
there.
we have somebody taking your picture. Come on. Okay, here you go. Okay, and here is your proclamation, and I congratulate you for all of the work you do on behalf of the organ donor group. I think these ladies have done a phenomenal job, and we really appreciate everything that you do. Is there anyone here who knows anyone who has had an organ donation? Anyone? Huh? You do?
My grandson did.
Your grandson. And my nephew had a liver transplant, yeah. And that was as a result of, he had Tylenol poisoning over a year and a half ago, and, here we go. And, he needed a liver transplant. He was just fortunate. Okay, thank you. Barbara's gonna say a few words, and Rose would like to stand by to give her moral support. Okay?
I thank you very much, Mayor Watkins, and you also, for doing this proclamation for us every year. I think this is the 4th year. I just wanted to make a comment. Just recently, I heard through the New Jersey Sharing Network that New Jersey is 40th low of our 50 states in donating and becoming donors, organ donors. And that's very hard to believe, but I'm talking to a few friends. One of them pointed out that she was a donor, but was considering taking her name off because she was in her 80s and thought, and very energetic and active, but she thought that perhaps none of her organs would be usable. And then she did not want her whole body to be used in, for example, as a cadaver in a medical school. And so right away I called back the New Jersey Sharing Network and talked to them about it, and was told that that's 2 entirely different matters. That if you're a donor, you cannot donate your whole body. If you're an organ tissue donor, you cannot, you would not be eligible to also be a donor of your entire body. Because a cadaver in a school, medical school, they want all the organs there. And that, she gave me the name in case I came across anybody, which I don't know that I will, that want to donate their entire body. But she gave me a name for them to contact. But she said there's not the slightest opportunity or chance that would happen. You donating your organs and tissue only. And I just wanted to make that clear in case anybody was doubting whether they should sign up to be an organ donor or not. You don't have to worry about that point. Thank you very much.
And Walter Neves has just told me that he is listed as an organ donor.
That would be
Okay. And I will tell you that the liver that my nephew got was from an 82-year-old man. He was 26 years old.
Well, I might add that there is no age limit to donate. And I asked, because I'm now in my 90s, and I asked, well, how old do you know that they have used organs, donated organs? And she said, oh, up in the 90s. A person in the 90s could have healthier organs than maybe somebody in their 50s.
That's true.
So there you go.
Right.
I'm trying to take care of the few organs I have left.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay. Appointments and personnel changes. I'd like a motion to approve the promotion of Mary Ann Giuliano River Edge Public Library from a library assistant at an hourly rate of $16.56 to a youth services librarian at an annual salary of $50,000 effective April 1st, 2011.
So moved.
April 11th, right, 2011, right?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Like a motion to approve the hire of Patricia Henry, 292 Adams Avenue, as a school crossing guard at an hourly rate of $16.67 an hour, effective starting date contingent upon training and medical exams.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Like a motion to approve the salary increase of Thomas Caridi, police chief, from an annual salary of $137,160 to $143,358 due to a step increase from step 3 to step 4 effective February 1st, 2011.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Like a motion to approve the hire of Nancy Kennedy, 220 Manning Avenue, as a library page at an hourly rate of $7.25 per hour, 10 hours per week, effective April 5th, 2011.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Gentlemen, you sound like you're fading. Okay. Correspondence, we have various letters available from the Board of Chosen Freeholders and from Autism Awareness, River Edge Board of, and the River Edge Board of Education. Monthly reports, we have several available for you to look at if you'd like to see them. From the Police Department, Library Board, Historic Commission, Recreation Commission, Zoning Board of Adjustment, and Beautification Committee. Ordinances for the first reading. Ordinance 1727.
Ordinance 1727, an ordinance appropriating $11,190 from the general capital fund balance and $8,810 from the general capital improvement fund for the purchase of equipment and improvement of borough grounds.
Since this is the first reading, I need a motion on this, please.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ordinance 1728.
Ordinance 1728, bond ordinance to authorize the undertaking of intersection improvements and installation of a traffic light at Kindercamack Road and Howland Avenue, Phase 1, in, by, and for the Borough of River Edge, in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $889,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Okay, may I have a motion on this, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ordinance 1729.
Ordinance 1729, bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery, new information technology equipment, and a new automotive vehicle, including original apparatus and equipment, in, by, and for the Borough of River Edge in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $448,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Since this is a first reading, I'd like a motion.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ordinances for the second reading, we have none. Resolutions by consent. I would like someone to table Resolution 11-148, please. Okay, I need a second on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so for resolutions 11-144 through 11-147 and 11-149 through 11-151. May I have a motion, please?
Mayor,
Oh, wait a second, yes. Does anybody want anything to be pulled out?
pull out resolutions 11-144 and 11-145 for a separate vote, please.
Okay. 144 and 145. Okay, then let's just do 11-144, please. And we have a separate vote on that, please.
Councilman Bartoloni,
Yes.
Councilman Moscaratolo,
No.
Councilman Porco,
Yes.
Councilman Mignon,
Yes.
Councilman Cannon,
No.
Councilman Quartz.
Yes.
Okay, and resolution 11-145. Roll
Councilman
call.
Bartoloni,
Yes.
Councilman Moscaratolo,
No.
Councilman Porco,
Yes.
Councilman Mignon,
Yes.
Councilman Cannon,
No.
Councilman Quartz.
Yes.
Okay, so for 11-146 through 11-147, 11-149 through 11-151, may I have a motion?
This one is, giving the money
All in
back to
favor?
the-
Aye.
Anyone opposed? I'd like to ask our finance chair, Councilman Porco, to read payment of the bills, 11-156.
Whereas vouchers for the payments of goods and services rendered to the Borough of Riverbridge have been received, and whereas each bill has been checked by the receiving department, approved by the chief financial officer and borough clerk, and reviewed by the 3 members of the finance committee. Now therefore be it resolved that bills as listed now be confirmed for payment from the appropriate funds as follows. Current account total $836,717.09. Capital account $2,240. Recreation account $2,482.42. Trust other account $2,452.50. Trust other developers account $2,975. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, at this time, before I open this to the public, I'd just like to, tell the council that, River Edge won the bronze certificate from the Bergen County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund for their safety, measures during the year. And we need to, congratulate the, borough employees for their diligence in safety issues. So, if you would like to give them a hand, I think that would be.
Mayor, do we get a premium reduction?
No, they don't give us any premium. That would be nice, okay? And then before we open it to the public, I would just like to remind everybody that April 9th, we have the River Edge Run in the morning. And I guess registration starts around 8 o'clock unless you've already pre-registered. And there will be the fun run, 9 o'clock. There will be the 10K at 10, not 10K, 5K. Where I'm getting ahead of myself. I thought 10K would have been a good one, but 5K, okay? And there will be the health walk, and that will be at 10:05. There will be an Easter egg hunt for children under, 2nd grade and under at 1 p.m. over in Memorial Park. And then one other thing, on May 1st, I'm gonna post this downstairs. The Cultural Center is having a, River Edge Artists Sanctuary, and it's going to be River Edge residents past and present. They have an opening reception on Sunday, May 1st from 2 to 4 p.m. And this will be downstairs, so, and they're open 2 days a week also, in case you can't make it on the first day. They really have some very nice shows, so it would be nice for everybody to be able to see that. I will put it downstairs. Okay, at this time, I'd like a motion to open this portion of the meeting to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Is there anyone in the public who has a question they would like to ask at this time? If so, please raise your hand, state your name and address, and ask your question or make a statement. Yes, please, the gentleman in the back.
Neil Carroll, 321 Wales Avenue. I'm just curious, I saw the article myself in this late afternoon paper about us changing districts. That means we vote for those other people as opposed to Cardinal, Vandervork, and
Correct.
Schroeder in November, correct?
Well, or, yes.
Or
who's ever
somebody
gonna
that's
represent-
running against Gordon
Right.
because he's,
Right.
doesn't wanna move to Patterson or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
Okay.
What can I tell you? Yes, you are right. You're right.
Okay.
Okay, actually, they won't even let you get online for the other district, let me put it that way. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, please, young lady.
Peggy White, 741 Center Avenue. As this election comes up now in the school district, I would like to encourage everybody that's here to vote no, that we do not want the school issue to change. Vote, just please vote no on the referendum, everybody.
Thank you, Peggy. Okay, the council is not allowed to say anything on that issue, so, I am appreciative that the audience is
tell
voicing
it,
their.
and also tell everybody that you know to vote no.
Okay. Okay, young lady in the back, name and address, please.
Kathleen Murphy, 741 Williams Avenue. Was there any, other information regarding the senior freeze,
Excuse me?
the senior, tax freeze?
I
You
have not,
mentioned
I
it.
have not received any other information on it.
Got the $80,000
No, I have,
income level?
actually, if we do receive anything on it, it will be made public, okay? I have not heard a thing on it. Okay. Anybody here? Alec? Other than what was said last
Yes,
week?
there is a senior freeze, I think the applications are due June first, and there is an $80,000 income limit. You should, you can obtain a brochure from the Division of Taxation.
Okay.
Is this
All right.
is this information, given to the seniors, or how are they able to,
I believe Councilman Bartoloni provided that information at a recent, SCORE meeting.
Last week I brought a pamphlet to them at SCORE, so they could see it and encourage them to go out and apply.
And thank you for the question, okay? Anybody else? Okay, seeing that nobody else wishes to be heard, I'd like a motion to close this portion of the meeting to the public.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.